How you all doing? I'd just like to say thank you to all the lovely comments on the last video regarding my wife's health. And I'm glad to report that she's doing pretty well. The operation went really well according to the surgeon. They got everything out of her lung what shouldn't be there, so that's all good. And I've just made her some tea and toast, and then while she's eating that, nipped out to the shed. Anyway, what I'm going to try and get done in this video is the coolant system. I won't be filling the coolant system up when it's all fitted, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to start the bike, and I'm going to fill the cooling system with water so I can flush it out when I've started the engine. So I don't want to pour water in it now, and I'm not going to be touching the bike again for God knows how long. And leaving water in the system and causing a load of corrosion that we don't want inside the engine. When we fit the cooling system, I've got to fit the front mudguard, and then hopefully we're going to fit the front brakes and get them road legal and safe. So without further ado, let's go to the loo. Okay, so the radiator and the oil cooler is still in the framework, so it shouldn't be too hard to fit. Could see a bit of damage on the filler pipe there, but that shouldn't cause too much of a problem. Before I do bolt it all into the frame, I think I'll just check that the fan works. It feels alright, spins okay. Just connect a battery to it and see if it works. Right, so we just got the old battery from the landfill bike. Just connected a couple of wires to it. Make sure they don't touch. And we get the electrical plug. Got a blue and a black. I'd imagine the black is the earth. We plug the live into the blue one, or not plug it in, just rest it onto it. And if we put the earth onto the other one, try not to touch them, because if you do touch them, you'll probably look like Doc Hollywood. Oh yes, that seems to be working perfectly fine. Lovely jubbly, perfectly splendid. Right then, so let's try and squeeze that in between the wheel and the exhaust. So obviously this bracket, yeah, obviously this bracket and that bracket, I'd say go onto that one, and that one will be for the front fairing, I'd imagine. So let's try to lift this up to there, and got a bolt ready. Right, I think that's about there. Put the bolt into that one. That's it, that should hold that side. That will go round to the other side. That's it, and lift this one. On it up with the hole, get that bolt into there. Now I've got to work out the other two fixings. Let me go around the other side where it's easier to work on. Right, so that one fits to the engine, I'd imagine. But you don't seem to want to go behind. Ah, that's it. It's in. Try and get the bolt in. I think that's it. Right, let me get the other side in, and then we can lock these down. Right, so I've done the other side, let's just do this side. Just lock them down, not too tight. And then the bottom one, hope you can see down there. And that'll do. Now then, I'll try and work out where the pipes go. Right then, now I've got to get this pipe onto that water pump there. But unfortunately somebody's put an exhaust on and it's in the way, but hopefully we can squeeze past it. Right, somehow we've got to try and get that down there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Then connect it to there. I put some silicone grease on the rubber tube. I've got the circlip on there, haven't I? So it might make it a bit easier with this pipe on there as well. I might have to lie down. But as long as I ain't got to take the exhaust off, I don't care. Oh yes. I think that's on all the way. Where's the circlip gone, Johnny? Don't tell me that's stuck. So I get the circlip up there. Jubilee clip, whatever you want to call it. Hose clamp. Let's leave that there a minute and see if we can get the U-bend bit on. So we've got to try and get this on up the other end. Put this one on first. Ah, simple. Put the clamps on. Try and get that all the way down. Put the other clamp on. And hopefully we can force it onto there. Ta-da! Tighten this one up. Try to keep it away from that dent. Ooh, that's what he's having fun. Right, that's the top one. Get that one to there. Perfect. Now what we've got to do, Johnny? Right then, so put this on next. It's the thermostat. 2 rubber O-rings, 2 dobs of silicone grease. Just smear that around the seal. Then we've got to stick it under there. Push that into the holes, and with a tap it should go in. There we go. There is just a rubber hose here what that connects to, so I need to get another clamp. Okay, so let's try and push the clamp up there a bit. That's it. I might have to go around to the other side. Right, just whack a 10mm bolt in there before we go around to the other side. I'll do for that side. Right, hopefully you can see the pipe on this side. Now I've got to try and get that into there. Go on, you bugger. There we go. Gotcha. Right, hopefully we can keep that there. Lock that down. And there we go. That's that fitted. And let's not forget to tighten our little 10mm bolts up. Right, that's that one. That's that one. Right, what next? Right, one more hose. That goes to there, I believe. So let me find 2 more clamps and we'll get that one. Right, so we've found these 2. That's best to go that way, I think. Let's try and get that onto there. Perfect. Probably can't see what I'm doing, but just trying to get this clamp on. Can lock that one up. We can go down to this one. We can lock that one up. There we go. Radiator cap. We should have an overflow pipe somewhere, which I haven't seen. But anyway, that's it. Coolant system done. Well, done, but I put the water in. Right then, let's get the front mudguard back on. It is a bit rough, but hopefully in the future we'll be changing it. I don't know if you can see, it's got all this crosling and the paint going on. Probably can't see it. A big massive crack at the front. So hopefully I can source one of those when I get the funds in the future. So let's get it back on for now. Get it back to roadworthiness. Right, let's whack that in there. Ta-da! Fitted. If it was that easy, they're just going to try and get the bolts in. Like always, I've put a bit of grease on the bolts. So let's try and find the hole. I think we found that one. Yep, that one's screwed in. Let's try the back one. Yep, that one's definitely screwed in. That's that side in. Ooh, that's the other side in. Screw them all the way up. So, screw that one all the way up. That's it. Then we've got our 12mm bent spanner. And we can put it on that way. Just lock them down, not too tight. Will do. Same on the other side. That'll do. Hopefully we could lock this side down as well. Pitch that one up. Pitch that one up. Perfect. Looks pretty manky, I don't know if you could tell. It's like cracks in the paint and crosling. You probably can't see it. Anyway, now let's get the brakes on. Just give everything a good clean up with the wire brush. Right then, let's screw the pipe on there for now. There we go. Then we could screw this side onto the banjo bolt. Try not to lose the washers, which I've bent through there, through there. Right then, that's that side. Just do the other side. Then we could top the reservoir up and try to pump out the pistons. Okay then, so that's both sides on. I'm going to try and pump this side out. This side, hopefully you can see. Just put some wire around the brake pads to keep them in there. Now let's try and undo the reservoir cap. Oh yes. What about this one? That one's not so easy, Johnny. Come on, you know you want to. Yes. Take them all the way out. See what it looks like inside here. Not too bad actually. Spilling brake fluid everywhere. Just clean that up before it takes all the paint off everything. Clean the reservoir out, but it don't look too bad anyway. It's nice and clean. Let's put some cloth around the sideways. Top the reservoir up. Anything happening? Nothing. Okay, so if we do the brake lever very, very gently, feather touching it, There we go, getting a fountain coming up. Don't know if you can see that. Ooh. Oh yes. Squirting somewhere out, isn't it? Right then, so we've got this one starting to pump out. I think I'll give it one more squeeze. Yeah, I think that'll do. And I'll clean that one up and do the rest of them. Right then, so that's that one nicely cleaned up with, as usual, the auto salt. See if we can push it back in there. Right, that'll do for that one. Now I've got to find something to trap it and try and get this one out. So I'll be back in a bit. Right then, without this socket, it should fit in there. Okay, just trap that socket in there like that and then pump the brake. And hopefully the other one's got to start wanting to come out. Come on, baby. Right, that'll do for that one. Right then, let me try and polish this one up. Then push it back in. Okay, so that's that one all back together. I don't really like showing how I put the brakes back together because everybody does them different. That one in there. There we go. And we can go and do the same to the other side. Okay, so there we go. That's all the calipers set up and on. Like I say, I don't really like to show doing brakes because if you're going to make a video about doing brakes, I think it should be done by a professional. And I am not a professional. Anyway, in my opinion, there's only two ways to do brakes. That is the right way or the wrong way. And hopefully I continue to do them the right way. Right, see what the pressure's like up the top. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. We'll try and lift the front wheel up now and see if it's seized up. Okay, then we've got a piece of wood on the jack under the engine. Front wheel is lifted slightly. Bear in mind I've just been pumping the brakes. That is nice and free. So let's go pump the brake and see if it's a good brake like the back one. I did do the clutch as well the other day, but that wasn't one of my proudest moments, so I didn't film it. It took me 3 days to get that like that. 3 days, yes. Not 8-hour days, just 2-hour days. Say 6 hours to get that solid. So, how are we going to do this, Johnny? I don't know. Pull the brake on. You can see it's working. Let go of the brake. That's nice and free. Do that with my foot. Brake on. Can't budge the wheel. Brake off. Can budge the wheel. Perfectly splendid. That's another job ticked off the list. So there we go, cooling system done, front brakes done, front mudguard done. A few more jobs ticked off the list. It's not really a very long video, but I'm sure you lot will understand that there's more important things going on in the background. So yes, anyway, stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's put the ignition on, see if that happens. Whoa. Ooh, even got the I-beam. Beep, beep, beep. Got no horn. Oh yes, got the indicator for that side. And we've got the indicator for that side. Ooh, it's getting exciting. No back brake. Back the front brake. The front brake works. But the back brake, oh it does work if you press it quite hard. Press it normal, nothing, bit extra, yep. so that needs adjusting.
I see you in another life, brother.